No, I don't want to upgrade. Quit asking me. All right, so it's January 9th. My birthday was yesterday. Fun fact. Uh, so first trade today. Actually, not the first trade. Just like one of the trades I made dumbly was EXAS. So it gapped up on the daily. Uh, got above the 18 level, this like little resistance spot, and I was like, hey, maybe I can get up to 19. So it was. I'm on drawing. Cool. Nope, I don't want that one. I want my trend line thing. It was doing this little flag deal right here, kinda. So my entry was way off base, but I took the sucker's breakout. It came down, bounced off the 90 EMA, and broke out right here, and then broke out here again, and I chased really bad and got in at 18.28. And because I was thinking it could go up to 19, so my risk was like 30 cents, reward was like 70, 60, something like that. So 1 to 2, but didn't work. Came back down, and I sold when it broke below the 9 EMA. Another trade I took was Nvidia. This one was poorly planned and stupid as well. So the right entry was right here on this flag, where it bounced off the VWAP and just boom, flew up. But I was focused on Labu and missed this. So bad Garrett. Uh, basically, thought it was flagging right here, and it broke out. I chased again pretty much, and this wasn't even really that good of a flag. Uh, bought at 107.36 and sold at 106.97 because I wanted to focus on Labu, which is a trade that I made some money on today. I made like $55 on this trade, but I mean I should have made like $70. I just didn't sell at the. I was stupid and held it too long right here. Basically on the daily it was no, kind of like parabolic-ish because like one small red day, two, three up days in a row. We'll basically say four. So it had the like exhaustion gap today, and then went up, came back down, broke below VWAP, and I was kind of following Canal on this too, but I shorted at 41.11 right here because I was about to go right on the day, and it just broke below VWAP, came back up, touched the VWAP, and then I should have added when it broke this trend line right here in this candle, but I added a little late right here when it broke below that, like the open kind of. And I had like 50 shares, and then wrote it down here. Sold at 39.55. Why did I do that? Well, not really sure. That just seemed like a good spot to get out, I think. Cause nope. 1 minute. Come on. There we go. Oh, I remember now. My risk was. So my average after I added was like 41.12, I think. Maybe. No, that's gonna be it. It was like 41.01, I guess. So I think I sold at the 39.55 because my risk was like 3 to 1 or something. I don't want to say I did it for no reason, even though that was like a good spot to get out. Um, I don't know. I only sold like half there, and then I should have sold the rest when I broke above 9 EMA, especially with this green candle holding, but I didn't. I was like, maybe it'll bounce off the 20s, and it didn't. And I was like, maybe it'll bounce off VWAP, and I was like, no, I just want to take my gains. And then I just sold there. And if I would have sold the rest down here, I would have been up like $70 for the day. And I lost like 20. I lost like 10 on Nvidia and then 10 on EXAS, I think, or ETRM, whichever one of those two I took. Are you using a lot of stuff? No, you're good. Cool. So, what I should have done today, I already talked about the Nvidia one where I missed this pullback because it was on my watch list in the morning. Stupid missing that. ETRM did basically the same thing right there. Kinda, almost, sorta. Not really, but I should have got in this right here because it was flagging right here. And I was like, I should get in here. But the risk was kind of big, and that kind of scared me off. This was an awesome short. Missed that. Uh, this VWAP pullback right here. Yeah. I was watching that, and I was in Labu, and I'd flipped to this, and I was trying to calculate my risk reward, like where I needed it to get to, and like how much I'd be up if it got down here and I sold at the bottom of the day, and if it like met my risk reward. So I needed to have this printed out. I wasted time flipping to this, and if it was just hung up next to me on my computer, these aren't correct yet. Don't look at those. But if this was hung up next to me on my computer, I could have gotten that trade in time, and that was a good trade. Because I mean it went down to low a day, so I would have made, let's see, 17. I would have shorted like 1772 is what I was gonna do. 60, like 50 cents, right? Yeah. So, and that was only like 10, maybe 20 cents of risk. So I could have taken 100 shares. So $50 extra 50. That would have been $100 day. Could have been incentive, and not had to have been charged that $11 today. Oh well. So that was my day. I'm usually pretty shitty after like 10:30. I think. Did I do anything good in Labu after 10:30? I did not. I was done with Labu after 10:30. Where's that at now? It's up. Cool. All right. Well, that's about it for. No, there's not. I didn't do my flexible grid stuff. I missed out on a lot of stuff telling you guys. So I also traded this right here. Labu came back up to the VWAP. Red candle held below it. So I shorted at 40.70. Canal did that too. And then Canal covered here, or like a little bit, somewhere around there. And I was like, it's kind of looking like a 1, 2, 3. I guess I should cover some too. So I covered like a fourth. I stupid. I should have covered half at least. I just really wanted to get back down here because I saw that $75 on my P&L, and I was like, I want 75. If it gets down here, I'll be there. Not 75. I was just hungry for that 100, you know. But then it came back up, and I sold a little bit below my entry price, and then I shorted again right here, the second VWAP thing. 40.53, and it spiked down, and then it came back up to VWAP, and then came back down, and I wanted to get back down to low a day, but it didn't. So I covered at my entry because I didn't want to lose any money on it. And that is what I traded today. I think I ended up making like $37. So I've been green like the past 3 or 4 days if you count that $1 day. Was stupid on the first day of this month. I lost 101. Shouldn't have let it get that big. Should have stopped at like 50. Because then I'd be up like $65. Would I be green this month? No, I would not, because I'd be down like 99 from the fees. But I mean, the fees aren't that bad at all, because I'm just not trading big enough to make money, really. So, but I should be green this month, because September, October, I was really red. November, kind of red. Last month, positive $15. This month, gonna be green. So that's how it's gonna go.